Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast special edition series where I predict how every men's college basketball tournament will play out as I go round by round and pick winners based on my projections. First up is the Atlantic Sun. I'm going to do something fun that I don't think I did last year. Look back on my preseason predictions for this league and see how close I came. So this would be a fun look back. I had Liberty in first. They came in first. North Florida second. They came in second. Third place I had Lipscomb. They came in third. Florida Gulf Coast had fourth. That was a miss. Fifth at NJIT. They came in eighth. Florida Gulf Coast, by the way, came in sixth. 9 North Alabama sixth, who came in fifth. Seventh I had Kennesaw State, who did not even make the ASUN tournament. Stetson I had eighth. They came in fourth. And in Jacksonville I had in the cellar. They came in seventh. So the top three I nailed, but the rest of them I did not nail. All right. So without further ado, here we go with the predictions. First, the quarterfinals, 7 o'clock ESPN Plus, tomorrow night, March 3rd. 8-seeded NJIT, who went 9-20 on the season, 6-10 in conference play, at 1-seeded Liberty, who went 27-4 in the regular season, 13-3 in conference play. The prediction to move on, Liberty. Also, tomorrow night, March 3rd, 7 o'clock on ESPN Plus, 5-seeded North Alabama at 4-seeded Stetson. North Alabama, 13-16 on the season, 8-8 in conference play. Stetson, 15-16 on the season, 9-7 in conference play. The pick to move on, Stetson. And by the way, I have Liberty favored by 11.5 in the first matchup. And in the second matchup that I picked, I have Stetson favored by 4.5. And then third up, I have number 7 Jacksonville, 14-17 on the season, 7-9 in conference play. At number 2 seeded North Florida, 20-11 on the season, 13-3 in conference play, 7 o'clock on ESPN Plus. I have North Florida winning the game, and I have them as a 12-point favorite. And last but not least, on March 3rd, 8 o'clock on ESPN Plus tomorrow night, 6-seeded Florida Gulf Coast at 3-seeded Lipscomb. Florida Gulf Coast 10-21 on the season, 7-9 in conference play. Lipscomb 14-15 on the season, 9-7 in conference play. The pick to move on is Lipscomb, and I have them as a 7.5-point favorite. Semifinals, Thursday afternoon, 12 o'clock on ESPN Plus. Number 4-seeded Stetson at 1-seeded Liberty. I have Liberty moving on, who I have as a 13-point favorite in this projected matchup. Also on Thursday, March 5th at 12 o'clock on ESPN Plus, 3-seeded Lipscomb at 2-seeded North Florida. I have North Florida winning the game, and I have them as a 9.5-point home favorite. In the championship game, 2-seeded North Florida at 1-seeded Liberty, Sunday, March 8th it says 7 o'clock on ESPN here, but I think that's wrong. I think it was supposed to be 3 o'clock on ESPN. I just happened to write down the wrong number. And obviously, if I didn't mention this earlier, the tournament games will be taking place at the campus sites of the higher-seeded teams. This should be a fun game between the clear two best teams in this conference. The Flames are unlikely to get an at-large bid if they lose this game, so the pressure is on them. The Oysters are a very solid team led by Garrett Sams, Carter Hendrickson, and Ivan Gandia Rosa, and they're capable of winning this tournament. But the better team here is the Flames, as Caleb Holmesley and Scotty James will lead them to the big dance for the second season in a row. So the prediction to win the 2020 Atlantic Sun Tournament and to get the conference's automatic bid, the Liberty Flames. Next up is the Big South Conference.